Hey guys, Anthony here. It is Thursday, January 12th, 2023. It is not Wednesday. It's not Prince Spaghetti Day. It's a knife day, I guess. At any rate, what I've been doing the last couple of days is I've been going through some of my packs, and I noticed some things needed to be changed out, like food and snacks. If you have a backpack or a bug out bag or a go bag, a get home bag, whatever type version bag you have, and you have a water bladder in it filled with water, make sure, every couple of months you change that water out, dump it, refill it, etc. Because if you leave it in too long, it evaporates, it goes bad, and when you go to need your pack, your water won't be good. So it's a good thing, and I use January as a barometer for a lot of stuff, where I'll go through a lot of my gear. And you see now what I'm doing. I'm just going through some of my knives, and I'll point out the ones that I carry from time to time. But I wanted to lay some out here, and this is not an exhaustive list, but it's a lot of what I have in my collection. Some go to packs, some go to car kit. Some I alternate on everyday carry, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, if I'm working, if I'm not working. And then some are collector knives that I don't use at all, like some of the ones on the end here. And I'll briefly talk about those as I go through them. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick. And then I put an axe in there just to show you that, just to round out kind of what you have. I also have a bunch of machetes that are not pictured here, different size machetes for different things. So let's start off on this end, and I'll just talk about some of these here that are grouped that you see are kind of like neck knives, or this is like a specialty knife. It's a little a little Gerber blade that goes in like a credit card size thing, and you could put it in your pocket, and that's pretty cool, depending on what you were doing. Very light, doesn't look like anything. You just press the button and you got a little knife in your hand. Pretty cool, pretty good way to carry a small blade if you need it. Neck knives here, Becker Necker is a famous one, the BK11. I won't go into details. I got videos on these. This is the one I carry now. This would be an everyday carry. This is the CRKT Minimalist Bowie. I did a video on this not too long ago. Very good knife. Carries easily, and can go on the belt as well. And so these are some various neck knives that I have. Some, better suited to carry than others. This is another one here. This has like a karambit style blade on it. And again, you could get creative. You could put these in a pack. You could pack it away, or you can carry it on your neck. Everybody needs some type of multi-tool, and I would recommend, if you were starting out looking at multi-tools, the Gerber Diesel is probably one of my favorites, because it's a sliding, when it's closed or you take it out of the sheath, you can, of course it's not doing it now. I don't want to, there you go. It slides open with one hand. So just like that, you press these little two buttons and it comes in and comes out. So that's an excellent multi-tool for not a lot of money. You want to bump up a little bit more, you got the Leatherman. This is the Leatherman Wave. I would say this one's probably one of the most famous Leathermans, I guess. And then this can be considered a multi-tool, the Victorinox. It's got a couple of different tools on it. This is a great EDC knife to carry, backpacking, hiking, around town. These little toothpicks, they make them in fire steel material, where you could strike it with the knife and actually get a spark and replace it. And you could buy those as an accessory to this knife. But this, as an all-around pocket knife, definitely would recommend this to anybody. My everyday carry folder. Here you see here a couple of ones. The one that I've been carrying for years is the 511 Tyranny blade, the Tonto blade. That's been carrying this for years. But I also have some original Spydercos that I carried at one time. There's another one. I think this is called the Harpy. It's a Spyderco. I think EMS services use this a lot. The Spyderco Harpy. This is a Karambit, a Fox Karambit knife. You can carry this in your pocket. It opens automatically when you take it out. And this knife can do a tremendous amount of damage right here. So Karambit style knives. This is like more of a defense knife. Going down the line here, we'll just keep going down the line. While I was on the folders here, there's some, obviously another Victorinox, a Kershaw knife. This is an Opinel number 8. This is a really cool collectible type bushcraft knife that are very popular. This is a Japanese knife. Obviously I wouldn't carry this, but it's more of a collector knife. My daughter picked this up in Japan for me when she was in Japan. This is an old wannabe switchblade that I've had for years. I bought this in the 80s. And then looking here, so these tools here, this is something that should be in everybody's get-home bag, something like this, because it's like this is a Browning knife, spoon, fork, and bottle opener. It folds down. It goes in this little pouch. You can throw it in your bag, and you've got utensils right on as part of like a folding knife. So that's an excellent way to go to pack utensils. The K-Bar makes one that kind of goes into one another. This is another excellent type tool. So it's got a spork on the end. You press in the two edges, and you've got a very nice plastic serrated knife that'll actually cut a steak. I think I have a video of me eating a steak with this. So this works as well. Practical, everyday type eating utensils. This was sent to me by a YouTube subscriber years ago. Anthony sent this to me, the Red Scorpion, the Raven WSK. And I guess it mimics the Tom Brown tracker knife. This is a really nice knife, but I never got to get around to getting a really good sheath for it, which I have to do. That way I can carry it in a pack or as part of a kit. Go down the line a little more here so you guys can see. Another big folder that I don't usually carry too much, but sometimes I do depending on where I'm going, is the Cold Steel Voyager. This thing is a beast. And again, it'll fold like a folder. You could clip it in your pocket, and it gives you a really good amount of reach with this folding knife. My favorite kind of apocalypse knife, I would say, is the Becker BK2. I've got videos on this knife. The BK2 is a beast, and I have it set up with a fire steel, a Tech-Lock system, a survival kit on the back, just ready to go. Can throw it in a bag, can take it, and you've got yourself a beast of a knife that could do a lot in the field. A little heavy, but it'll get the job done. This is just a redhead from Bass Pro Shop, something I've purchased over the years. That's a sheath. This is one of those Knife Works multi-sharpeners that I would suggest or recommend people get. It's got multiple ways to sharpen your knives on it. Just a regular two-sided sharpening stone. Coming down the line, we've got the Buck 119, one of my favorite knives. I don't carry this too much, but it can be carried. You can get Kydex sheaths made for these knives and carry it every day. But but another great blade to have. This is a Martini knife. This one is the Inox version, and I bought this several years ago when I saw it. I buy a lot of knives because I like them. This would be classified as like a bushcraft knife, a little couple steps up from like a Mora type knife. This is just a regular fishing knife that you'd skin a fish with. Going back to here, as far as an everyday all-around knife, the Cold Steel SRK with the sheath, I did a modification and put a Tek-Lok on it. For like $50 or under $50, this would be probably one of the best bargains out there for an all-around survival knife, self-defense, bushcraft, whatever. Just if you had to get one knife right now and you wanted to get a fixed blade, I would say for the money, dollar for dollar, probably this Cold Steel SRK. They make one a little bit smaller. I think it's the SRK-C or something like that. But just a great knife that's going to do a lot for you. Of course, the SE4. I did a video on that not too long ago. Fantastic knife. Very well made. The SE4, another one. If you had, I think it's about $100 maybe, would be a great knife to have as an all-around knife too. If you could only have one, an SE4, another one that would be great. One of the ones that I go to for years and years and years is my Rat 3 or SE3. Okay, a fixed blade knife. I had a custom sheath made for it that I put a Tek-Lok on, and when I carry this blade, I carry it on my belt horizontal on the left side, and I could pull it out with my right hand. So that's how I carry it there. This is the sheath that it comes with. So yeah, an all-around knife that I carry most of the time is this one here. So an SE3, a Rat 3, self-defense, bushcraft, whatever, this knife will do it right here. Not sure the price, probably like $80, something like that. They've been fluctuating. Coming down the line, more knives. I have several. I don't have them all here. I just put a couple here. So this is the Mora knife. I think this is the carbon steel blade. You've seen these. You can get them for $8-9 and up a little bit depending on the model. This is one of the tried and true ones. This is the Mora Companion. The Mora Companion, I think it was like $12, $15. Great knife. Light. Can use it for anything. Bushcraft. You can wear it around your neck. And like I said, I have a Mora number 2 that I keep in a sheath like this. You can wear around your neck. This is another custom sheath for a Mora and a Fire Steel that you can wear around your neck. A YouTube friend made me 2 of these several years ago. I think his name was Minbound. Very good channel. These danglers for Mora knives, excellent craftsmanship, and I've cherished those over the years. Moving down, just going quickly here. I don't want to spend too much time. A collector knife that I have is a Gerber BMF. I don't carry this too much, but I did have a custom sheath made for it where I could put it on a pack with a Fire Steel. I've got MOLLE straps for it, and this knife is a beast right here. This is like as close to Rambo as you're going to get with me right here. There it is. Gerber BMF. This is a bit of a collector knife. This knife here I don't use. These knives here I don't use. Collector knife. This here I believe was given to me by my father-in-law. He picked it up, I guess, when he was in the war. He was in the Korean War. It's a German knife. I think I have a video on this. I'm not sure. Great little knife. This one here I got from my brother-in-law years ago. This is another collector blade. Hofritz in Germany. Don't know how much it's worth, but it's a beautiful knife. Got the original sheath with it. And then I have this case Bowie knife, which if I could carry it, I probably would. This thing's like a little mini sword in your hand. It's got the full block things there for your hand. This is just a beast of a knife right here. Then you've got your Bear Grylls. This one I carry in the van a lot. The sheath for this is in the van on my Molly gear. So this is like a Bear Grylls Gerber knife. Another great knife for carrying is the Gerber Prodigy. This is the Tanto blade, and they make a regular blade as well. It comes with this type of sheath here that you could put on, Molly gear. You can wear it upside down, different ways on your leg. But I had a sheath made for it years ago, and I can carry it as an EDC knife, which I do from time to time. And I could throw it right on my belt, and I've got one heck of a knife with a little glass breaker there on the end. So the Gerber Prodigy is another one. You used to be able to get these for like $50. I think they went up. But it would be another one that I would recommend as if you could only have one, a Gerber Prodigy would be a great one to have. And then here, further on the table, is the Ka-Bar. This would be more of a fighting knife than like a bushcraft knife. This is a TDI. I've got the regular sheath for it upstairs on a battle belt that I carry this on. And then I could carry it also in this sheath that I had made for it by Matthews Fabrication. And this can ride on my belt, and you could ride it horizontal and draw it out and have it ready to go. This is another devastating type, fighting type knife, the Ka-Bar TDI. And that's the full size one. A lot of police carry that as like a backup knife. This one here, I don't carry unless any zombies are around. This is a full tang like sword I picked up in 1981 in the Bahamas when I was there with my grandfather. It's made in Pakistan. I think it's full tang. It feels like it's full tang. This is razor sharp. This will put a serious hurt on somebody right here. And I've always had that, and I don't carry it, but if I had to, I could. Coming around the table, let's come around the other side just so I could show you guys. Next up is the Kershaw Camp 10, another beast that a little bit impractical to carry like every day, but for your car, or I carry this when I'm on my electric bike. I have it clipped right onto the basket. I did the camo work on it, and it just this goes around like this, buttons down. I did the camo spray on it because it goes on my bike. It blends in really nice. This was like a tannish color, and this was tan as well. But the Camp 10, I think, was also like $50. Excellent bargain on this. This thing is a beast. The Bahco Laplander saw. Can't go anywhere without something like this in a kit to cut wood, to make firewood. I have the pouch for it. I carry this in a kit, in a go bag. That would be indispensable in the field, and if you had to cut small branches and stuff to make a fire or whatever, that Bahco saw is amazing. Just a SOG, like a battle axe or tomahawk, whatever you want to call it. Right there. Great self-defense tool. Another good zombie killer. The Cold Steel shovel is another one that I would recommend. I keep this in my vehicle. This thing is sharp all the way around like a knife. Can chop wood, can chop somebody's head off, can be a self-defense tool as well. So the cold steel shovel is another something else you can think about. This is just a Gerber, I forget what it's called, the Parang. Again, I did the camo on it. So you see I sprayed camo there, some camo paint on the, this was black, so I kind of camoed it out. Whenever I get my hands on camo paint and I'm out there doing something, watch out because you can get camoed if I have the paint going. I just look for things to spray. As far as like a short-handled axe, you know, this Holtzbrook axe is an excellent piece of gear to have. Again, for chopping, you could carry this in a go bag or a bug out bag as part of an escape kit, or to keep in your car, depending on where you were traveling. To have an axe sometimes up north, it's really worthwhile to have in your car, and you could also use it as a, you know, if you had to defend yourself with it. Everything, or pound a nail in or something, everything has multiple uses here. Not everything is for self-defense. Things have multiple uses, but so what I took the time to do is just kind of go through my stuff and see what I want to carry. If I want to change anything out of a bag or swap something out, and then the rest go together. And from time to time I look at the blades. I might oil them, clean them up, depending on what's going on. But that's my little collection. I've got some other collectible knives that are not here. Maybe I'll do a separate video on those. Yep. So as far as everyday carry, this one here right now I'm carrying every day. I carry the Tyranny folder every day, so these two are usually with me all the time. Then also the SE3 on my belt. Usually that's like on the weekend, or if I'm going out at night somewhere, I'll put the SE3 on as well. So I got a good size fixed blade on me as well to have. Some of the other knives go in packs. This goes in a bug out bag, my primary bag. So this is my knife for my primary bug out bag. And then the BK2 goes in a secondary bag that I have. But I'm going through my bags and eliminating some bags. And I did that this weekend. I found some water bladders that the water went bad in, and that's when I started pulling all my bags out. You can see I have one right here that I'm going through now. This Camelback bag. I'm just going through it and making sure what I want, throwing out some old food and getting that. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But that's the video today, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me. Take care and stay ready. Check your gear at least once a year, twice a year, and take inventory and make sure everything's working properly. Take care. Stay ready.